boiler man came and he fixed my boiler, fabulous. He leaves, an hour later, downstairs neighbour comes up. Hi, your water is leaking through my ceiling and it shorted out my electricity. Mortified. He's fine now. And not my fault, to be fair. But not ideal, obviously. But carrying on from yesterday, I woke up, part of the reason I do these is kind of like a self-therapy. I'm living alone. I'm getting to like talk things out. And I think actually by talking out my thoughts yesterday, I woke up in a much nicer place today. Blame the lid to your face. That's, but I kept thinking about the Zhangjiajie fortune thing. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, I've had like a string of bad luck. And I briefly mentioned, I'm going to move the table rather than myself. I briefly mentioned that I got kind of a banterous, we're here, we're waiting for this thing to open. It's cheap, it looks fun, it's something to say we've done. One of those fortune tellings. I've never had them before. It was in China, and this woman did it for my partner and was like, okay, this is what you need for like good luck this year. Say this thing, do this thing, whatever. Here's your like little luck paper. So like keep this on you. Have a great year. And I was like, oh, I want in on this. Had mine. She literally tells me, she's like, it's a very bad year for you. It's very bad. I was like, oh my God. She literally pulls out this laminated sheet of paper, and it has my birth year at the top, and it has like 3 years, and they're spanning from like the 1700s to the 3000s. And there is 1 with a 2 and a 0 at the start, and it's 2025, and it's like highlighted red, and we were both like, oh my God. Needless to say, she said it's going to be a really rough year for you. Normally I don't put anything into this stuff. I was kind of there like, oh, lol. But she gave me this little piece of paper. Again, she was like, yours is different. He had his in the back of his phone. He gets to walk around being like, I'm fine this year. I've got good luck. She was like, no, you need to put it in this little bag, and then you need to put this bag in another bag, and then you smash it with a hammer. No hammer. She was like, but you need to put this bag in another bag, and it cannot leave that bag. She was like, you leave that in that bag, okay? Listen to me. She's literally like grabbing me. She's like, listen to me. So I have the thing. It's been in my bag this whole time. And I was thinking about this the other night, where I'm like, like I said, I don't put much into this. But let's just say this was supposed to be a disastrous year for me. I was supposed to, touch wood, get hit by a car, get a terrible illness, lose very close family members. Who knows? So maybe actually this run of bad luck is a lesser form of the evil that was chasing me for 2025. That's how I'm trying to see it, right? Because they're all very minor things. They're all very minor. And I'm in a very privileged position where I can moan about things like my boiler breaking or the engine light on my car. What if my car just completely crashed on the side of the road? What if it just broke down? What if the boiler, so the CO2 alarm went off, yeah? What if it was an actual CO2 leak? This is how I'm trying to reframe it in my mind, and it's working. Maybe it was the 4 hours of scrapbooking I did last night, who knows? But something seems to have rewired in my brain, and I'm feeling slightly more positive today. I will be seeing another human being, which is good. I have a lesson in about half an hour. I had a little lie-in today. Maybe that also helped. And having my own shower. I didn't have to travel to someone else's house to have a shower. See, all of these things work to make a happy, conducive member of society. So, yeah, I hope you weren't feeling rough yesterday. But if you were, I hope you've joined me on this more lifted tomorrow. I need to drink some water. Have a good day, and I will speak to you tomorrow.